What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan, and I'm BManX45. And today we're coming at you with another video. We have another deck profile for BT14 format. This is the redo of our D-Brigade / Digi-Police deck, now that we have transitioned it from the Ultimate Cup to a regionals format deck list. So we're going to go through, now that we have all the cool D-Brigade cards that we can put in this deck that we couldn't put in the Ultimate Cup format, tell you what we like, what we're doing with the deck, and how we're coming out with it. It's a really fast-paced, super aggressive deck. You just spam the board so fast that your opponent can't do anything about it, and it's got some really great, awesome abilities. And I'm honestly, as a black deck, I'm really happy to play like a black deck that's not, pseudo red like War Greymon. It's like it's black, but it's red, but black, but it's more red. So this is an actual legit good black deck, and that's something that I found the game lacks a lot of the time. Black and green kind of get the short end of the stick. So I'm really happy to be able to present this for you guys in all its glory. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go through the deck list. All right, so starting out, we have our eggs. We have our 4 Missamon. When attacking, once per turn by returning cards with D-Brigade or Digi-Police from your trash by returning by three cards to the top of your deck. This Digimon gets plus 2,000, so he makes your guy big, and he gets your guys back to the top of the deck, which you can then use with your abilities. And honestly, this deck speeds through the deck. You could deck out real fast in this deck because you trash a lot of stuff when your abilities start going off, so you do need to be careful about that. So having him able to put stuff back in the deck might just save you. Next up, we got our rookies. We have 4 copies of the new BT14 Commandramon, and I do have my other alts coming to finish hollowing out this deck. He's on play. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card of D-Brigade or Digi-Police trait among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom, top or bottom of the deck. And that would be any order. So you can set the top of your deck if you'd like. And then all turns once per turn, where Digimon would leave the battle area other than by one of your effects by deleting one of your other Digimon with the D-Brigade trait. Prevent that from leaving. So you can save your big guy, delete your little guys, and some of them have on deletions, so that's really good. You need to play 4 of it. It's just so good. And this is where the on deletion comes in handy. We play the Commandramon from BT4, which is on deletion. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your opponent's deck in any order. So, sorry, at the bottom of your deck, my bad, your opponent's deck in any order. Yeah, so so reveal top 3, play a Commandramon, and this actually is really cool because one of your champions acts as a Commandramon. So we have to play 4 of that. It's super good. We play 3 of the old school BT3 Commandramon, the 2-drop one, because he's super cheap, and if you don't want to have to go into an egg, it's really nice to be able to 2-drop him. And then we play 2 of the Commandramon from EX3, which has the decoy trait, which is also really good. Again, just, added support. We don't play the blocker guy. It's not necessary. Your guys all turn into blockers anyways in this deck. So that's it for rookies. So 13 rookies. So yeah, kind of average. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing because you have some super low cost level 4s in the deck, which is really nice. So starting off with level 4s, we play 4 Numamon from BT14. He's 3 to play, 2 to Digivolve. On play, when Digivolving, by placing 1 Satsuki from your hand as this Digimon's Bomb Digivolution card, one of your Digimon gains Rush for the turn. So he gains Rush. It lets you play your Mind Link Tamer, which is super important, and that card gives you jamming. So you basically can just chip away at your opponent. Play this guy, chip away at your opponent, and then you don't have to worry about that. And then you can play the Satsuki from him during the end phase and then have it on the field for next turn. So that's really good. So you have to play 4 of this guy. Play 4 of the Hi-Commandramon, which rule name also treated as Commandramon, so you can play that by Commandramon effects. So he's play cost 4, Digivolves for 2. He's got a when attacking, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play a card with the D-Brigade or Digi-Police trait and a play cost of 3 or less among them without paying the cost. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. So that's really good because you can play your Satsukis too, because it's just trait. So you can play your Tamers. I think you could play technically because it just says you may play 1 card. So you could play a D-Brigade option card as long as it met the 3 cost requirement. So he's really super good. And then he's got the same inheritable as the BT14 Commandramon. When this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by one of your effects, by deleting one of your other Digimon with D-Brigade, you can prevent that. So basically, you want to spam the board, save your big stack guy with all your little guys, basically. And then lastly, we play 2 of the Sealsdramon from EX3. He's got jamming, and he's got inheritable. When you play another Digimon with the D-Brigade trait and its traits, it gains rush for the turn, which is really good because you are playing a lot of stuff for free in this deck. So this inheritable is actually really cool. The jamming is cool because it allows you to chip, but not super important because you do have Satsuki. And that's, yeah. So 10, I like 10. 10's, I hate running less than 10. Level 4 is fine, you never see them. Level 5s, we play 4 copies of the Cargo-Dramon from BT14. He's really good. He's 7 cost, which is going to come up later. On play, when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with D-Brigade or Digi-Police traits and a play cost of 4 or less from among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. So this is where a lot of your stuff goes to the trash. Playing this guy multiple times is trashing the rest of your stuff, which is good because you do want stuff in your trash for other effects like the Missamon. But at the same time, it lets you play 4 cost or lower D-Brigade, which is super good. And then he also has the all turns inheritable once per turn. When one of your other Digimon is deleted, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and play 1 Commandramon among them without paying the cost, and then trash the rest. So that's during your opponent's turn. If you use that inheritable from Hi-Commandramon or Commandramon to delete one of your other guys, you can then potentially play another guy out. And if you have both the Commandramon and the Hi-Commandramon, you get 2 protections out of that. And then the Cargo-Dramon inheritable will let you play another guy out to sacrifice. Or just start building your board even bigger next turn. But super good, but you do lose a lot of cards because trashing with the rest of the cards gets you through your deck super fast. So again, you got to be worried that you don't deck out because a lot of these effects are mandatory, which means you have to do them. Yeah. So if it doesn't say you may, you got to do it. 3 copies of Tank Dramon as our other ultimate. When Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Digimon card with the D-Brigade and its traits and a play cost of 5 or less among them without paying its cost. Trash the rest, same kind of ability. But he's got inheritable when one of your Digimon with D-Brigade and its traits attacks. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. You may play a Commandramon among them without paying its cost. Trash the rest. So you're only trashing 1 card. So it's just like a worse version of Cargo-Dramon. And I feel like I'd like to see at least 7 level 5 so I see them. On to the boss monsters. We have the new Brigadramon. And he's got, when Digivolving, delete up to 7 play cost total worth of your opponent's Digimon. So yeah, just delete. And then opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with the D-Brigade trait gain blockers. So all your little guys become blockers. So again, they can block this guy and then protect him, and then protect him with their effect by sacrificing them. Opponent's turn, end of your turn, once per turn, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 7 play cost total worth of cards with the D-Brigade or Digi-Police trait among them without paying the cost, trash the rest. Again, you're trashing a lot of cards, but you can play your Cargo-Dramon for free, which is really good because he's on play, so that his ability goes off, and you play another card, and then you can go into another Brigade-Dramon the next turn. So it's just super consistent. Or you can play a bunch of little cards, or you can play a Tamer and like a 4 cost or 3 cost. So this is actually super good. It just helps you do what this deck does, which is spam the board. You just play a whole crap load of Commandramons really, really fast, and then you just attack for game, or you protect your guy and start chipping away at your opponent's stuff. So that's super important. And then lastly, we play 2 copies of Death Exmon because Death Exmon. That's it. Death Exmon. Onto the Tamers. We have our 4 copies of Satsuki Tamahime. It's got the Mind Link keyword, so you can main phase put it under one of your guys to get the inheritable, which is all turns. If the Digimon has Numamon, Monzumon in its name, or the Digi-Police trait, it gains jamming or reboot. So it does not give this to a D-Brigade card. It has to be Digi-Police. But most of your new guys, your top end is all, and then the Numamon's the other kind of card you want to put this under. And then start of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. So it helps you gain memory, which is super good because you had a couple of these on board. You could like jump up to 5 memory super easy. Because this deck doesn't really gain memory that much from cards, so this is super important. Yeah, but Mind Link, and then during the end phase, you can un-Mind Link it and just play it to the boards in case you're worried it's going to get destroyed. There's so many ways to play it for free, so it's so good. Because, like I said, it is a Digi-Police card, so you can play it for free with those abilities. Play 2 Izzy is your memory tamer, and everything we play in the deck is black. So you are going to reveal and get his ability, which is, basically, plays him for 3, basically. So that's good. And then memory tamer. That's it for the tamers. Last we have the options. Here, finish off with the options. We have 4 defense training because, like I said, there's not a huge amount of memory games, so Digivolving for free or for reduced cost, super important in this deck, and it gets you your pieces faster. Play 2 DCD Bomb, which is a D-Brigade card, so if you have a D-Brigade ability that lets you play a 4 cost or lower, you can play this for free, and it's Digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon, then by returning 3 cards with a D-Brigade or Digi-Police trait from your trash to the top of your deck, delete up to 6 play cost total worth of your opponent's Digimon. And the really cool thing about this is, again, you're adding cards, so you can add this back, other copies of this back to the top of the deck with its ability to delete 6 total play cost. So you Digivolve, hopefully your guy's Mega down to something you can pop, basically. And then lastly, we play 2 copies of Ultimate Flare because it's an amazing security bomb, as well as sometimes it's just great to play if you have it in your hand. And that this deck does well with security bombs because I'm not going to be destroying your opponent's monsters. I'm just going to be trying to spam the board and attack for game. So if I have to get rid of a problem card, these cards come in handy. And that's the deck, guys. Commandramon. D-Brigade stuff, shenanigans. It's really, really cool. I'm enjoying it immensely, and I think it's a really strong deck. It pretty much took Ultimate Cup format by storm, even with the lack of support. So, I really think that this is going to be something really, really good. And then we're getting more Digi-Police cards, so it might phase out the D-Brigade stuff, but it's still an amazing deck, and I can't wait to see how things change for this deck, and I'm really enjoying the fact that they're focusing in on this for black for the next couple sets. So we'll see how it goes. Tell me what you guys think. Did you like the deck? What do you think I could do better? And how's the quality? Is the camera better now that I've changed it a little bit? Let me know what you guys think. Looks like that, and we'll see you for another deck profile. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.